So, all right, so kind of what you guys answered. You had some really good answers. So let's have Fatima, can you read this slide?
Which one?
It says
Everything?
before the interview.
Oh, before the interview. Research the company, position, and people. Google, Facebook, that one, LinkedIn, link.
Good. So you have two parts. Linked, like to be connected. Linked in. LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Good.
Etc. Make sure you know where the interview will be. Address, building, or office number, anything else.
What else do you need to know before the interview?
Address, time, and what time is going to be the appointment.
Good.
Good. If they need some paper about your career or papers. Sometimes they ask you about the diploma or I don't know. I'm so old for that, so I don't know what they ask.
Right, it's all
right
different.
Now.
But resume is great, but exactly if they ask you to bring maybe your ID or proof of your grades or anything else, if they specifically say bring this, you better remember.
Exactly. Yeah.
Megan, I believe it will be good before the interview to read the job description, because sometimes, you know, you apply for the job, but you need to know what you are applying for.
That's great.
So before you go to the interview, because if you don't have, for example, if one of the qualifications is to have experience in certain computer program and you don't have it, so at least you are prepared ahead of the time. If they ask you, oh, do you have experience on this computer program? You can say, no, I don't, but I'm a quick learner.
Perfect, right? And research the company and the specific position, the job, right? Because you don't want to show up, oh yeah, and what do you guys do? What do you need? That's perfect. So you can have an answer. Oh, I don't have this, but I'm learning. Or, oh, I don't have experience in this kind of job, but here's something similar. Good, then you're really prepared for all the questions. Okay, Marcia, read this.
Before the interview, get directions and time the trip. MapQuest, Google Maps, etc. Update your resume.
Exactly how much time you need.
Yes, exactly, especially with traffic. Update your resume. Make sure it is relevant for the position. No pictures.
Good. I don't know about other countries. I think maybe in some places or certain jobs you include pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes they ask you about bring the picture, or now I think it's in the resume. It's already in your resume.
Okay. Yeah. So in the United States, it's not like it's against the rules or anything, but it's almost nowhere. Well, actually, I don't know if they can ask you for your picture.
They cannot.
They cannot. That's against the rules.
Yeah.
So nobody has pictures on their resume. It's supposed to be just your work, who you are on paper.
Another thing that they ask, for example, in Mexico, Megan, which I don't know if they still do it. I'm talking about more than 15 years ago. They ask you, how tall are you? What's your weight? And they ask you to post like a picture. And one of the requirements, mostly of the time, they say it has to have good presentation. It means that you have to look good, like kind of not being good, but you have to look good.
Fatima, did you have a question?
Yeah, when my daughter was applying for the job that she got it, before the pandemic, and they asked her to bring the picture.
Oh.
Because all the interview was online.
Okay.
Because the main office is in New York.
Okay.
So,
is that where your daughter lives?
No, she lives in Miami.
So is she working online?
No. She has an office.
Oh, there's an office.
But the interview was online.
Okay.
Because her boss, the president of the company, is Swarovski.
Oh, yeah,
So,
she works, you told me, she works with like diamonds and...
Yeah, it's jewelry.
Jewelry, very good.
Jewelry.
Yeah. So this one, I don't know too many details. But...
Maybe because it's in international company.
Oh,
maybe.
See, that might be it. That's my only experience is if you apply internationally, the rules are different.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you apply in the United States, cannot ask for a picture. You cannot to ask how tall are you. That seems crazy to me. Like, what do you mean they ask that?
And your weight.
And your weight.
Yes, and they ask you for your weight.
That
seems... She scanned the picture in the resume.
Yeah. Another thing that is different here, one thing that they always ask, it's like, what is your race? What is your ethnic group? Like, where I'm from, that doesn't matter. I mean, we don't even use that. It's not.
What is your race? What is your ethnicity?
Yeah, they always ask for that in a job application, always. I don't know if it's for statistics, and they give you the right because that you don't have to answer, right? But they always ask for that.
Yeah, so that one, again, from my perspective, I don't know exactly all the details, but right, so that, you're right, they ask, I think, for statistics, but they always have to leave you that option that says, I don't want to answer. Because in the United States, it's this idea, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're masculine, feminine, tall or short, how much you weigh. That shouldn't matter to a job, right? Like if I'm going to be a teacher, I don't need to be a certain height. It doesn't matter about my safety. It doesn't change if I can teach. It doesn't matter if I'm male or female. Because there's a lot of laws about hiring, about discrimination.
In other places.
Right? So maybe if they have a picture of you, it's so much easier to discriminate. So the law is like, no, don't. So same, and that's why you can say, I don't want to tell you what my race is. I don't want to tell you my ethnicity. It's not like it's difficult.
It's the same like the religious.
Same for religion. That's very specific in job interviews.
They don't ask you about that. I mean, it's always about the race. And I think it's based on the history of this country because things, they are so, people, they describe themselves that way. They don't describe themselves like I'm fat, I'm thin, it's more like I'm this, my background is this.
Right. Yeah, that's part of American culture. That's maybe different in other places.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what else I was going to say. But yeah. So they can find a picture of me on LinkedIn or Facebook, but they cannot ask me specifically to say, we want to consider you for this job. Show us what you look like. Or religion. I think there's rules against that. You cannot ask about a person's religion. Because if you don't know, it's a lot harder to discriminate. It's not relevant. I want to sell dog food at the store. It doesn't matter what religion you are. So they don't need to know. Because if they know, maybe they'll discriminate.
Yeah,
So,
and it depends who is doing the interview because they can be prejudiced. So that means that, like for example, if they will ask you about your religion and they have a different religion, maybe they won't choose you. They will prefer somebody that has the same religion to give you a job interview. So I think, yeah, it's a law that they protect people about discrimination and give people, to try to give people the same chances, no matter what, to
right,
get the job, I guess.
that's the goal. It's not always perfect, but that's why there's so
Yeah.
many laws and
Yeah.
rules of what you can and can't ask for that reason. It's really interesting. There's a long history on it and why all these rules, but that's the main idea. In theory, they can look at your resume and say, oh, you're really qualified, you have experience, good, we'll hire you. Doesn't matter.
Because that's what matters,
anything
right?
else.
At the end. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, that's the big one on resumes when applying to American countries. No pictures. But there's a lot of examples too. If you need, what does a resume look like? The internet can help you. But in those examples, there's no pictures. It's just your experience, just words about you. Okay. Good, let's continue. Fatima, can you read this slide? Day of the interview.
Day of the interview. Dress appropriately. Appropriately.
Appropriately.
Appropriately. And arrive early.
Good.
Introduce yourself. Shake hands firmly and make eye contact. What? Oh, smile, show confidence, ask questions.
Good. So, I don't know right now, but usually if you shake hands, be confident, firm, strong, and it's
Can
polite.
you repeat appropriately?
Yeah, so this word, it's appropriately. So from that word, appropriate, then ly on the end.
Appropriate.
Appropriately.
Oh.
So let's break it down. The first one, just like how I say kind of sounds like appropriately. Appropriately. That's not quite. Appropriate. More or less. Appropriately.
Appropriately. Appropriately. But if you put jute, like a jute.
Maybe just UT, appropriate. Yeah.
I prefer appropriately.
Yeah, try it again all together, Fatima.
Appropriately. Appropriately.
Yeah, there you got it. One more time. Appropriately.
Appropriately.
That's very good.
Appropriately.
Good. Marcia, you say this word. At the end, ly.
Appropriately.
Yeah, good.
Appropriately.
What
is ly? Ly. In Spanish,
ly.
Ly is ly. If you say in Spanish.
Okay.
Ly.
Yeah, that last part, the ly. It's got some distinct sounds for English, that appropriate. Yeah. It's like an interesting, that's a more difficult sound to get. Oh, good. Yeah, so appropriately. I mean formal, but appropriate for your job, right? Do you need to run or lift things or do exercise or other physical things? Or do you work in an office, right? You don't want to show up and go, I'm here for the construction job, and you have sandals or bad shoes. Like, no, it's a good appropriate for your job. What else? In the United States, it's polite to make eye contact. So when someone's speaking, you look directly at them.
Yeah, that is horrible when you talk to somebody and
right. We had the whole class kind of like this.
Yeah.
It'd feel a little bit weird, right? Depends on the person, but generally it's considered polite. You look at the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
Good. Smile. Bounce. Of course. And exactly what you said, Fatima. Show confidence. Good. And our last one here says ask questions. Like Marcia said, it's to show you're interested. Right? It can be something simple. But usually at the end, they say, do you have any questions? And it's easy to go, no, I don't have any questions. But everything I've read, it says at least one question. You even ask, I don't know.
Schedule?
Let's see.
Maybe the time or the hours you are going to work.
Say, will the company be open on Halloween, for example? Are the hours different on weekends? Who should I call if I have a problem late at night? Okay. Give me something simple, anything. But it shows I'm interested. I've been thinking of this. Good, good.
Megan, can you please help me to pronounce interested?
Yeah.
What is the best way to say it?
This one's not an easy word, so.
Interested.
We'll start with this one. So the issue is here. Well, it's not really an issue, it's not a problem, but how did I do that? So this word, if you say it slowly, it's interest.
Okay.
But a lot of Americans, like I say it, when you say really fast, it becomes, so interest. For me, it becomes two parts, interest. So interested, slowly it's interested. But if you say it faster, I say interested. Interested. So the way I say this word, it's interested.
Okay. Because if I try to say it like interested, it doesn't sound.
That is acceptable. That's also okay. I understand exactly what you mean. No problem. Interested.
Because you know how we talk. Nobody is prepared for that. Because somebody, when you are talking with somebody and you pronounce different the word, they say, I don't understand.
Right. Sometimes it really surprises people, like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the trick for me. It's interest altogether. So interest, interested, interesting.
Okay.
Good. Does that help?
Interested.
Yeah, it does.
Good.
Yeah,
Fatima, say this word.
Interested.
Interested. Good. Marcia.
Interested.
Yeah. Good. Very good. We don't need that. All right. Now I'll talk about some things for don't. Marcia, read this, please.
Day of the interview. Don't panic. Don't chew gum. Don't slouch. Don't look bored. Don't give one-word answers. Don't answer your phone. But job interviews.
Good.
What is slouch?
Slouch. It's a good question. So I'll give you an example, right? If you want to sit interested, you're paying attention. Slouch is when you sit like this.
Oh, bad position.
When you have bad posture. Yeah.
Bad posture.
That word is to slouch.
Slouch.
What else? Yeah, to chew gum. It's considered not rude, but it's not for a formal setting, right?
No.
Okay, good. Don't slouch. Don't look bored. Fatima, like you said, don't yawn. Don't give one-word answers. It's super impolite.
Yes, no.
Yeah, Yeah, how much were you going to pay me? Sure. Hello? Right? You don't want to be on your phone in the middle of an interview. Not a good look.
Yeah.
All right. One moment. All right. So, what else? For job interviews, here it's going to make a list of questions you might be asked. So let's do that together. What questions do people usually ask in a job interview?
Like, what is your ability, or what hours are you available to work?
Good, yeah. So availability. What hours are you available to work? Good. Fatima, what else?
Maybe the schedule. My schedule.
Good, So that's a common one. What is your schedule like? So if I ask this, I'm looking for, are you free on weekdays or weekends, mornings or nights or afternoon? What hours are you available? Is like specifically 8 to 3 or 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Good. What else? Marcia, give us an example.
What kind of benefits does your company offer?
Good. Good. I'm ask about benefits. Fatima, what's another question?
Well, my husband told me that everybody asking about the PTO.
Ah, good.
The PTO days. So
did they ask him how many or what?
How many days?
Good. The PTO. Good. Some more, they might ask, what experience do you have with computers?
So they asked you or you asked the employee?
Now, let's do that. The interviewer asks you.
Oh, okay.
What else? Fatima, an example like this.
You're still working?
Good. Still working, or you could say currently working. Perfect. Yeah, some people, when they interview, they still have a different job. Marcia, what's another question like this?
How soon can you start to work if you get hired?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yes. How soon can you start to work if you get hired?
How soon can you start to work if you get hired?
Yeah.
If you get tired, like sleepy?
No, hire. If
they
hire you.
Very good. Oh, that one's my fault. Sorry. I couldn't hear you very good. That's a great question. How soon can you start? Good. Yeah, that's one's super common. You get hired. What else? How about
I have one.
Yeah?
Are you
What is it?
okay? Are you okay if you need to manage?
Mhm.
Like I don't know, when you have a multitude, like you have 10 person that people you are going to be in your what?
Good. So usually I would say, can you manage a team?
Oh, team. A
Yeah.
team.
So in sports and work, let's say there's a team of 6 people, your coworkers,
If you
like
can
this
make
group together. Good. Are you okay if you need to manage a team? That's a good one. Okay. What else they might say? Tell me about a time you were frustrated at work. What did you do? So let's answer this one. Marcia, can you tell us about a time you were frustrated at work? What did you do?
Since my last job, it wasn't like you have to be there. I used to walk out the office and maybe take a little walk and come back.
Good. Take a walk is a great answer. Fatima, what about you?
I'm going and talk to my boss. If
Good.
it's something about I can't handle it with, if it's a classmate.
Oh, classmate for work?
You say classmate.
Coworker.
Oh, there is co-worker. Yeah, but there is a classmate.
This one about us together in class. For your job, coworker.
Oh, okay, co-worker.
Right, they're close. Good. So you would talk to your boss.
Yeah,
That's really good
if I talk to them, if I talk to the co-worker first.
Very good. If you have a problem with someone, you can talk.
All depends the problem.
Yeah, but those are great examples. Does it matter what really happens? Yeah, but right now I'm looking, what is your idea? What do you think you should do?
Maybe I forget to continues to work.
Yeah, good. Great answers. Anything else here? Am I okay to erase?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Good. So your homework is to go out and get a new job.
Yeah.
Go do an interview. Yeah. No, it's good practice. So let's see. Now I'll just ask Marcia, what is a job you would like to apply for right now?
I don't want to apply for anything.
That's an okay answer. You have your kids at home. Yeah, your job right now is being like a housewife, a mom. No interview for that, but you're working really hard.
Yes.
Fatima, what about you?
Yes.
Maybe.
But how about to get a position for a loan officer?
Okay, for a loan officer, maybe in the future. Good. Fatima, what job would you like to apply for?
I want to apply for a job that I want to be a boss.
Be a boss. Good.
No, I'm kidding. No, I want to work in something related to wine.
To wine. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So for that, what is your experience?
I'm a sommelier. So maybe I can teach people how to drink, how to, all about the wine.
Work at maybe like a store to give recommendations, or a vineyard, or I could see you doing that. That'd be a really good job for you. You know all the details. What else on your resume? You can say you're bilingual. You're very good at communicating.
Exactly.
Good. Okay.
What is a mock? What is mock?
Ah, really good question. Good. Marcia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So right here, yeah, choose a job you would like to apply for. Partner with someone and conduct a mock interview. Mock kind of has, not exactly, but it means like fake. It means not real. So, like pretend. So we're doing a mock interview. It's like a pretend interview, for example. Like when I talked about my brother sometimes helps me. He will ask me interview questions. He will help me practice. We do a mock interview. It's not real, but it's like pretend. It's like practice.
Oh, okay. Practice.
Yeah. Good. All right. Any other questions about job interviews?
No, I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Why sometimes you use, or everybody use, no, and sometimes not? What is the difference between those?
Let's see. So, no versus not. Do you have an example or just in general?
No, I just want to know why.
Okay, so no. Like let's take a really simple example. Do you drink wine? No is like the answer for that question. Because if do you drink wine and I answer not, that doesn't make sense. It's not English. So no is like the answer, the opposite of yes.
Okay.
Yes, I drink wine. Not is like the thing that marks in a sentence. It is negative. I do not drink wine.
Oh.
So they both mean negative, but we can't switch them here, right? I do no drink wine. We need not.
But you use no and then I do not.
So here's like
what
the
about
answer.
Oh.
It's like saying negative. No.
Okay.
We can take this out. Oops, I do not drink wine. Is this sentence, we'll take out yes too. Is this sentence positive or negative?
Negative.
Very good. Because not.
Not.
So it's like, so they both mean negative, but they're used in different places. It's like, in Spanish, if you say, no me gusta, it's still the word no, but it's marking this sentence is negative. I use not when I want to show this sentence is negative. All right, like we could do in future, I will not go to the beach today. In positive, it's the same sentence, but minus not. I will go to the beach today. Not is what changes it to negative.
Okay.
Is that a little bit clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So they're both about negative, but they go in different places and they work a little bit differently.
Okay.
Right, does that help? Any other questions with that?
Yes. No, for me.
All right, great. So, cool. Marcia, can you read this page about a resume, please?
Yeah, a resume is a document we use to summarize our educational and work experience. 1 or 2 pages. Should include contact information, your objective, work experience, education, skills, award, objective. Say it again, please.
Yep, objective. This word meaning like goal.
Okay.
Right, it's like object, like a thing, an object. Objective is your goal, something you want to do.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Objective.
Yeah, so really
work experience, educate.
Continue. Sorry, Marcia.
No. Tell me, please, because you're helping me.
That's so good. I was just saying here, 1 page really is what it should be. Just 1. You don't want too long or too short. 1 page is perfect. Yeah. What else? Yeah. Your education, skills. So your contact information. And what do we mean here? Reference.
Like previous jobs, reference. And sometimes it can be a friend or a previous boss.
Right. Ideally, probably a previous boss. It can be another coworker or a classmate or a friend. Anyone who will say, yeah, hire Marcia, she's great, right? Oh, I know Fatima, she's a really hard worker, she's awesome. Someone who will say good things about you.
Yeah.
They call your reference, oh, I don't know, Megan's kind of weird. You don't want that. Good. And we have an example on page 57 in your books. Okay.
57.
Now, next we'll move on with these questions for our conversation. Marcia, can you ask Fatima number 1?
Fatima, what were some of your past accomplishments at work?
What can I tell you? I don't know. I was doing programs, computer programs.
Good.
Doing organization of the company to run the program. What else?
Did you ever help a coworker who had a question or needed help?
Yes, always.
Very good.
Because we were a team and we organized the structure, and then we do the program to run in the computer. So
good. So you made computer programs, you worked in a team.
Computer program. Yeah.
Wonderful. Fatima, ask Marcia number 2.
Marcia, did you ever win an award?
Yes, when I used to work in Macy's, I got even times like it was like a diploma thing, and I used to work part-time, but like the best sales associate.
Good. Yeah. So you got like employee of the month? Hey, that's impressive. That's good. Put that on your resume. Someone acknowledged you. They said, Marcia is really good. Awesome. Okay, then continue. Marcia, ask Fatima 3. So Marcia, can you ask Fatima number 3, please?
Have you ever been fired from a job, Fatima?
Perfect.
No, I haven't been fired from any job. No.
Really good. Marcia, have you been fired from a job?
Yes.
How was that? Was it?
Back home. It was bad.
It was bad.
It felt so bad. It felt so bad that they didn't even explain me why. I just went that day to work and they told me, yeah, this is it. You don't even have to finish your day.
Oh, no.
Just take everything and leave. It's like, okay, why? They didn't even say why. So.
Like that sometimes.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's not fair.
Right. All right, Fatima, ask number 4.
For Marcia, what is your proudest moment at work? She freeze.
Oh.
Marcia?
We'll give her a moment.
I don't know. I guess I have many proud moments. So
She's freeze, right? Marcia?
Yeah. Do you have one example, Marcia?
can you hear me or no?
I can hear you. Your screen is the same.
No.
Your video is
Yes.
frozen. Can you hear us?
Okay. So yes, I have one when I like it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
I
So
think
continue.
maybe you have problem with the internet connection.
Seems a little
I
bit.
had it yesterday.
Can you hear me now? I think it's my connection.
Oh, that's a little bit better. Yeah. So what is your proudest moment at work? Marcia, can you answer number 4?
Oh, okay. What I was saying that I had different proud moments at work. Mm-hmm. When I saw the proudest, it's when I knew, like, how to resolve a problem, and I was able to help somebody else, like a coworker.
Great. Really good answer. Marcia, ask Fatima. We on 5. Mm-hmm.
Fatima, what was the worst job you had?
Oh, I remember the worst job was when I was pretty young, and they asked me to work for the weekend, and so I didn't like it because I was young and I wanna go to a disco or movies, and so I quit.
Yeah, good. So it's your worst job and you quit. Good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Great. Ask Marcia 6.
Marcia, what skill do you bring to the table?
I think I can resolve problems, and sometimes, not all the time, I'm good with computer systems, and that's what I can say.
Good. Yeah, so this phrase, bring to the table, it's not so literal, but it means like, what can you offer in a situation? But usually for business, we say that a lot. What can you bring to the table? It's a great answer. Marcia, ask Fatima 7.
Fatima, did you ever quit a job? How did you do it?
Well, I just answered that question. Yeah, because I have to work during the weekend, and I talked to them that I can't because I want more time for me. I was young, so
how did you quit your job?
I talked to the boss and tell him
good
that I don't have time for the job because I have to do something else more important than job.
It's pretty chill. Good. What else? So then Fatima asked
8.
Marcia. 8.
Marcia, what are some of the tasks you did at your last job?
So I have different tasks, and I have to take applications over the phone, or sometimes if we have an appointment with a client, I have to meet with them. I have to run their credit report and analyze the credit score that they had, and if they didn't qualify for the loan. So you look at the credit report and you see why they have a low credit score and give them some advice to get ready to buy a house if they cannot do it in that moment, or if they need to refinance. We have to send the process to the loan to the underwriter. I have to work on conditions, like to collect all the conditions that we need to close the loan. So I did different things.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Good. Ask Fatima number 9. Marcia, can you ask Fatima number 9?
Fatima, have you ever managed a team, a budget?
Yes, I was managed a team with the programmers that we were working together in a project, and I have a budget because we need to planning.
We need to plan.
To
plan what exactly?
The resources for the project. So the hours to work, the salary, and basically that.
Yeah, you
was a long
managed
time ago
team.
too. Yeah.
It's okay, still experience. Good.
Yeah.
So Fatima, ask Marcia 10.
10. Marcia, have you ever built or created something?
I haven't built anything, maybe created. You know, you are always trying to find different ways to do things at work to make everything easier, or to have the same system. So sometimes we used to create like a checklist, for example. To create a checklist used to make everything easier.
Very good, yeah.
That's basically it.
Good. And number 11. Marcia, can you ask Fatima number 11, please?
Fatima, did you go to college to obtain qualifications in your current field?
In that time, yes. But right now, no.
Good. Yeah, at college, you got a degree.
I have a degree, yes.
Good. And last one, Fatima, ask Marcia 12.
Marcia, do you have any other training related, right?
Mm-hmm.
To your field?
Like in this case, Megan, what do they mean?
So maybe say, oh, I don't have a PhD or a degree, but could be I have a certificate, or I took some classes on computer programming, or I worked at a company. So maybe not a degree like education, but anything else. My friend taught me how to do this. I learned from the internet.
Experience?
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you can list experience. The question asks training. But again, maybe not in university, but could be any kind of classes.
Fatima, Megan, it can be like, okay, I have my loan officer license. That can be training, I guess?
That's exactly it. Yeah. So it's not a degree. You say, I have this license. That's great. Really good. Okay. Any questions here? Wonderful. We'll